Amnesty International report says local terrorists and government forces both committed violations of international humanitarian law and international human rights law during the Marawi siege. At least 48 witnesses and survivors interviewed by AI in September say members of the Maute group who pledged loyalty to ISIS committed unlawful killings, pillaged, took hostages, and mistreated prisoners. The interviewees say Christians were executed by terrorists either by using a pistol, a rifle, or by cutting the victim's throat. They were usually captured in checkpoints scattered across the city as they were trying to flee. AI says these violate international humanitarian law and amount to war crimes. It adds government forces also violated the prohibition against torture and other ill treatment of detainees suspected to be part of the Maute group. They are also accused of likely committing pillage and may also have carried out disproportionate air and ground attacks. AI says, quote, "Their extensive bombing of militant-held areas of Marawi City wiped out entire neighborhoods and killed civilians, highlighting the need for an investigation into its compliance with international humanitarian law." Military officials say they used appropriate and commensurate force because the Maute fighters have the advantage of knowing every nook and cranny of the city. The Philippine Statistics Authority says there are 100.9 million Filipinos in the country as of August 1, 2015. The 2015 population census says the Philippines added 8.6 million people from 2010 to 2015. The increase in population during the 5-year period translates into an average population growth rate of 1.7% annually, which means there are about 17 persons added yearly for every 1,000 persons in the population. More than half of the population, or 56.9%, reside in Luzon, followed by Mindanao at 23.9% and Visayas at 19.2%. Of the total population in 2015, 50.6% was male, while 49.4% was female. This resulted in a ratio of 102 males for every 100 females, which is the same in 2010. Calabarzon has the biggest population among the 18 regions in 2015, with 14.4 million or 14.3% of the country's total. The Cordillera Administrative Region is the least populous with 1.7 million or a mere 1.7% of the total population. Google, Facebook, and other tech firms joined global news organizations Thursday in an initiative aimed at identifying trustworthy news sources in the latest effort to combat online misinformation. Microsoft and Twitter also agreed to participate in the Trust Project with some 75 news organizations to tag news stories which meet standards for ethics and transparency. Each online platform will develop trust indicators to help readers assess whether news comes from a credible source they can depend on. Participants agreed to core practices including transparency on funding and disclosure of the mission of the organization, details about the journalists behind stories, labeling of opinion and factual articles, and references on how the reporting is carried out. Google, Twitter, and Facebook have come under fire for allowing the spread of fake news, some of which was supposedly directed by Russia ahead of the 2016 United States election and in other countries.